Entertainment World Soldier here, and I am back to talk about Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 6, and my thoughts on this episode. I kind of mixed on this episode, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, there was some good scenes, a returning character coming back was amazing, but there was also very stupid scenes and a trope in Star Wars that needs to end, like now, because it's becoming more and more ridiculous when this keeps going on. I mean, I thought the story was okay. What really pissed me off about this episode, the timings. I mean, only half an hour again. I mean, Jesus Christ. We keep asking for more. I mean, listen, if your fucking fan base is begging you for episodes that are for longer, how about fucking give that to us? I'm kind of sick of these half an hour episodes. I know fucking Dave Filoni's used to fucking the Clone Wars, but he's got to fucking start, realising you're not doing cartoon anymore, you're doing live action. We need longer episodes now. It's kind of getting ridiculous to only have half an hour episodes when we have to wait a week to watch them. So that was one of my biggest complaints. But other than that, I thought this episode was okay, but it weren't fantastic. Now I'm going to go into spoilers now to kind of, get on with the review. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, leave now. So the episode starts off with Mandalorian playing with Baby Yoda and pretty much, trying to get him to use the Force more, to get more used to it and to help him train. And the Mandalorian in this same scene pretty much says to Baby Yoda, I can't train you, so we need to find a Jedi who can. So they arrive at the planet, and Mando then jetpacks to the summit. I think that's what he called it. Well, the top of the mountain where this plinth is, where he puts Baby Yoda. I know his name's not Baby Yoda, but I think more and more people are just using Baby Yoda now, so I'm just going to keep using that. So he drops Baby Yoda down, and he doesn't really know what's going on, or he doesn't really know what to do, so he kind of looks around, and you can just see Baby Yoda's not really doing much. And then Mando notices the Slave One has come, which I thought, finally, that's what's good about this episode, they finally brought Boba Fett into this, and that was fucking amazing to see. It's great to see that actor back, and it's great to see him and Mandalorian talking. What was dumb about this episode was the fact he brings back a dead woman, the woman from Tatooine who Mandalorian went out to kill on Tatooine. I don't know her name, but if you watch this episode, you know what I mean when I talk about this person's come back from the dead. And I didn't really like it. I kind of thought, listen, she was a dead character. She was not really needed in this episode. I think it would have worked more if it was just Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I kind of think she's a waste of time putting in the episode. I'm just being honest. So yeah, Mando notices the Slave One. He goes down to, he first tries to stop Baby Yoda from what he's doing, which was, I think, what's it called? Meditating, that's it. Because Baby Yoda starts meditating and all this blue energy comes out of Baby Yoda, and when the Mando tries to grab Baby Yoda, he gets thrown all the way back, and he pretty much gives up on trying to stop Baby Yoda, and he heads down to deal with Boba Fett. When he gets down to the bottom of the hill, he gets shot at by somebody. Then Mando realizes it's this guy who's in his cloak, and he asks, are you a Jedi? Turns out it's Boba Fett. So Boba Fett is now back in Star Wars, and he wants his armor back. It turns out the person shooting is again the dead woman who really shouldn't have been in this episode, in my opinion. So Mando asks him, are you a Mandalorian? And Boba Fett's like, no, I'm not a Mandalorian, that's my armor, I want it back. And Mando's got to continuously say Beskar armor is Mandalorian and you can't just take it. So Boba Fett pretty much says, listen, you either give me my armor or I'll kill the child, because the woman's got a sniper and it's right on Baby Yoda, apparently. So Mando pretty much says, if you kill Baby Yoda, I'll kill both of you. And so Boba Fett's pretty much like, listen, we can have a conversation, I'll put my weapons down, you put your jetpack down, and then we can talk. So Mando puts his jetpack down, and Boba Fett puts all his weapons down, and the sniper woman, she just leaves, to be honest. And when they start to have a conversation, turns out an Imperial transport comes out of nowhere, and it's the Empire have come to take Baby Yoda. And what kind of annoyed me about this scene is we're starting to see the sequel trilogy in Mandalorian. That transport is an exact copy of, well, it's not an exact copy, but it is a copy of the First Order transport. The dumb open front. I mean, it doesn't make sense why you'd have that when you're dropping off military personnel, because that's literally a sniper's dream, to literally have people popping out of the front. And it turned out in this episode it's pretty much shown to be that. So we are seeing that Mandalorian is trying to pretty much tie itself in with the sequel trilogy, which is a massive mistake, because if you read stuff, Star Wars is in a very dangerous position right now. It's not on strong ground, and connecting this show to the sequel trilogy is going to destroy it. As I said in my last review, you know, Mandalorian is only going to succeed if it stays away from the sequels. But I think we can now pretty much write that off as to say, yes, we are going to see the First Order, we are going to see the connecting parts of the First Order, and I think the Mandalorian is going to be pretty fucked from that. I mean, you can be pissed off if you don't like my opinion on that, but it is my opinion, and we'll see in the future. I mean, I have no doubt now, after seeing that transport, that yes, this shit is tying in with the sequels, and we're going to now see the Emperor be resurrected or whatever. So, and I know a lot of people can say, how can you get that from one transport? It's like, just look at the detail on the transport, look at the design, it's obvious where it's come from, it's obvious what fucking inspired that design. It's a First Order transport with this new Empire, which was dumb. But anyway, let's get to the other stupid part of this episode, the Stormtroopers. It's getting ridiculous now, okay? Seeing a shitload of Stormtroopers get their ass kicked, and yes, okay, I will forgive Boba Fett kicking the crap out of Stormtroopers, even though it's kind of weird for Boba Fett to be attacking Stormtroopers since he worked with the fucking Empire a lot. He wasn't a fucking good guy, and I don't think a lot of people involved in Mandalorian realised that he was a bad guy, you know? And trying to make him like this heroic type, he was never that. He was a bounty hunter since he was a kid. He works for money. I don't think I've ever seen him have any sort of honour. So we've now got this kind of... I'll go into that when we get to that part. But yeah, seeing a bunch of Stormtroopers get their ass kicked, it's boring. And what I'm going to say here is, listen, we get the sniper fucking slaughtering them when they're coming out of the transport. This fucking sergeant is sending them up there. Again, this is going to sound weird, but listen, I was in the military. When you have a sniper in that position, you do not head towards the sniper. You fucking go in the flanks to fucking separate so he doesn't have a clear shot at a group. You don't stay in a group. You split so he doesn't have a massive targets to fire at. Okay? You'd also throw smoke, flashbangs. You would not just run up there. You would also tell your troopers to fucking concentrate fire on the sniper so he doesn't, or she doesn't, get that much of a clear shot. It was fucking stupid. Just seeing Stormtroopers getting shot and sniped all over the place. How the fuck did the fucking Empire survive with basic military shit thrown out the window? You don't just run up there. You need to fucking be tactful. You hit them in the flanks. You throw smoke. You do something. And then from out of nowhere, apparently they've got this fucking trooper who's got a fucking grenade launcher. Not a grenade launcher. Mortar, sorry. He's got a mortar, he's firing it up. I mean, it seems a bit ridiculous that he's not trying to give a range, or he's just working on his own. You don't do that when you're on a fucking mortar. You have two people. Someone to drop the fucking bomb in, and someone to range the target. So you know where you're dropping your bombs. It's stupid to have one guy doing that, because, again, he can't do both. He can't drop the bomb in and have a look. The reason you do that, I'm getting fucking serious, stupidly military here, but he sees the target, you range a shot, and then you get a fucking bearing on the target, and then you drop another bomb in there. So why he was just dropping bombs in continuously was dumb. And I don't know if he had that much to waste either. So that part was dumb. We've then got them, I mean, this has to be also the most ridiculous thing. Setting up a fucking heavy gun on a battlefield. Why has nobody got, like, I don't know, a gun on them, or a heavy gun attachment that you can use handheld? Why do you need, like, 3 people to make this massive gun? And why is a sniper not concentrating her fire on these two morons? I mean, why are you not concentrating fire on those two gunners? That's what annoys me about the sniper as well. She should have concentrated on the guys putting this gun up, because they are clearly open fucking targets. And a lot of these fucking stormtroopers running up the hill, no cover, no fucking smoke bombs, no nothing. Jesus. So then, not Mando, then we have Boba Fett pretty much kicking the crap out of the stormtroopers, now getting the classic bashing stormtroopers apart with their white helmets coming apart. Listen, I love seeing Boba Fett getting fucking hands on and kicking the crap out of stormtroopers like the next guy, but it's just, how the fuck did an Empire survive like this? The Empire already lost a fucking war. How are they not fucking, trying to protect their men, training their men better? You haven't got that many left, and yet you can see an entire fucking platoon get wiped out there. A fucking platoon, can you waste that many troops? I know I've been going on about the military side as well, but as an ex-soldier, you kind of fucking see this shit and get really pissed off. By the way, I was a trained soldier, never went out and did anything, because pretty much accident, had to be decommissioned and all that shit. So if anybody's gonna say, well done, all that shit, don't. Never did anything. I trained, medical, discharged. So that's just little personal stuff. But I still have that training knowledge. And when I see this shit, it's embarrassing. Because this is basic shit that you can just ask about. But anyway, so Mando goes down and helps with the sniper woman, because she is just, it's one shot wonder with her. Bang, 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 she's just hitting stormtroopers, and she's wide open. Why no stormtrooper didn't get a shot on her was ridiculous. Oh, but then we get the stupid scene where the fucking sniper woman runs across an open field, and the only person firing at her is the massive gun. And then she hides behind this rock. The massive gun manages to lodge it a little bit, and then she pushes it, and where do you think this massive boulder goes? Right at the heavy machine gun and blows it up. Fucking hell. It's just ridiculous. So then Mando comes in, helps the sniper woman. He's pretty much hitting them and, getting dead on shots like she did. Then we see we see Boba Fett run down, and he has a fight with the sergeant and then bashes his head, and then he sees Mando's ship, and then we all know what he's going to do, grabs his armor, comes in flying, kills a bunch more stormtroopers, And then whilst the stormtroopers are running away, which by the way, they have 2 transport ships with heavy weapons on them. Why are they not using them first? Why didn't the heavy transports fly in first, shoot a couple of fucking rounds to try and dislodge Mando the sniper and Boba Fett, and then drop troops in? They got 2 transports. One transport could have been in the air, giving them air cover. It's, oh god, they're so fucking dumb. So the stormtroopers run on their ships, fly off, and Boba Fett, which we all knew he was going to do with his fucking rocket and his jetpack, fires a rocket right into one of the transports, and we all knew what was going to happen. The transport blows up and takes down the other transport with him. With that transport. And it turns out Boba Fett wasn't even aiming for that target. Well, that's great. The Empire are that fucking shit that not even being good at targeting fucking helps. Jesus. So it just hurts seeing how bad the stormtroopers are. And that needs to stop. It's not entertaining anymore to see legions of stormtroopers get killed. It's boring. It fucking really is. So, when they escape, we head up to... We then see the next scene is the Razor Crest gets blown up. And what do you know? A Imperial starship is there. Not a Star Destroyer. An Imperial cruiser. Fires a shot, blows up the Razor Crest. I gotta admit, I was not expecting that. So I thought that was actually a good scene. And then you see Moff Gideon ordering Dark Troopers. Which I have to admit, Dark Troopers look amazing. Not sure I like the whole Iron Man fucking boot rockets, but okay. And they get down there, they grab Baby Yoda and head back up to the transport. Boba Fett gets into his Enslaved One, doesn't shoot at the Dark Troopers because Baby Yoda's with them, and just manages to tell Mando and the sniper woman, yeah, the Empire's back. I mean, didn't you realise that when the stormtroopers were attacking you? And it's only a fucking Imperial cruiser. It's not like it's a Star Destroyer, which, again, I'm going to ask, why is Moff, now he's a Moff, Gideon, not have a Star Destroyer? Kind of doesn't make sense that he has only a cruiser. I mean, his rank should give him a Star Destroyer. His rank should give him a Super Star Destroyer. I mean, are they really trying to tell us the Empire's running out of ships if they just waited a shitload of stormtroopers like that? Be serious. So the Empire manages to escape with Baby Yoda. Mando tries to recover what's left from the Razor Crest because it was pretty much evaporated. And he finds the ball that Baby Yoda likes to play with, and the spear that he got in last episode. And then Boba Fett, for no reason, says, I pledge to you to protect Baby Yoda and to make sure that he was safe. And until Baby Yoda's back with you, I'm going to make it my mission to help you get Baby Yoda back. Okay, this is not Boba Fett. Boba Fett is not a good guy. He is a fucking bounty hunter. The real Boba Fett would not see the logic in helping Mando. Especially when Mando's not even asking for your help. You have your armor, you have everything back. Why are you wasting time here? Why are you also fighting the Empire when you've literally worked with them? Trying to change Boba Fett into this good character is ridiculous, because how the fuck did he die? He was trying to kill Luke Skywalker, and fucking Han freaking bashed his fucking jetpack and he fell into the Sarlacc pit. We're going to fucking hear about how he survived that, by the way. Kind of seems like something we'd want to know. But again, I'm happy to see the actor back, but trying to change his character into this good guy who believes in fucking honor and shit, he never believed that shit. His father didn't believe that shit. His father was a bounty hunter, and so is he. That's what bounty hunters do. They kill for money. They're not on anybody's side. They're also not honourable. That's the point of bounty hunters. I know someone's going to say, well, we have this bounty hunter, but Boba Fett's never been that. Okay? He worked for the Empire. He kills for the Empire. He fucking caught Han for the Empire. And now you're trying to tell me he's had this reverse? And now wants to work for the good guys? Even though the good guys put him in a fucking Sarlacc pit and fucked his face up and everything. So, yeah, this character doesn't feel like fucking Boba Fett because he's not a good guy. So Mando heads back to see Cara Dune and tries to get her to help him release a Imperial sniper. Now, this to me doesn't make sense. He's an ex-Imperial sniper. Didn't really sound like that he was a fucking important fucking Imperial. So how would he know any information about the Empire now? Especially when it's not at its best, when it's in the Outer Rim. I mean, you got to kind of give me reasons for this. It doesn't make sense to go get him. I know they probably want to bring him back because he's the guy who plays him's like this funny comedian and all that. I don't fucking know. So I hope they explain more about why this particular person needs to be released. Because it's kind of stupid. And then Cara Dune pretty much offers to help when she hears that the Empire have grabbed Baby Yoda. Then the next scene is on Moff Gideon's ship. He then goes to see Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda is just kicking the shit out of stormtroopers. I gotta admit, it was funny. Now, if they just had the stormtroopers be a fucking amazing soldiers on the ground and dumbasses when it comes to Jedi, I believe that, because that's pretty fucking true. And yeah. Anyway, it was funny. Good to see Baby Yoda using his Force abilities, and it was good to see Moff Gideon as like this evil guy, and like he knows Baby Yoda's wasting his powers, and he's just waiting for Baby Yoda to get weak and tired, and then he walks up to Baby Yoda with the Darksaber, and pretty much messes around with him. Then Baby Yoda pretty much collapses because he's tired from using the Force, and then the stormtroopers put cuffs on him, and the episode ends. And that's the end of the episode. Again, there were good parts of this episode. I like the I like the Dark Troopers. Great to see them back. They're great designs. I like seeing Moff Gideon again. I hope we see more of him in the next 2 episodes, because that's what we got left. But again, the stormtroopers being that bad of soldiers, it's still annoying me right now. It really is. It's not funny anymore. You're getting to a point now where you've got to ask yourself, how the fuck did the Empire survive for this long if the stormtroopers are that easy to kill? But who knows? And the other big problem I have is we are now seeing more and more connections to the First Order, to the sequel trilogies, and that's pretty much dangerous for Mandalorian. Listen, all the fans like this show, everybody. If you bring in the sequel trilogy into this, you're going to divide the fans again. And then this show's fucked. Because again, and to all the idiot SJWs there who keep trying to tell me that Star Wars is doing okay, it's not doing okay, it's losing money every fucking day. Toy sales, game sales, everything is pretty much fucked. The only hope for Star Wars is The Mandalorian. But if it goes fucking in the direction of connecting to the sequel trilogy, it's fucked. We're going to see the fucking sides split again, and all it's going to be is a shouting match on fucking Twitter, on YouTube, on every other fucking social media platform, and this show will die. And I hope Dave Filoni doesn't go down that route. But I'm seeing too many alarm bells now. The only way we're going to find this out is when we find out who the donor is. If the donor's fucking Emperor Palpatine, yeah, this show's fucked. Because this is just trying to connect it to sequel trilogy. I'm hoping it might be Thrawn. I don't know how it could be, but who knows? Or it could be, oh my god, seriously, it could be Sabayoth. Fuck, from the Thrawn trilogy. Oh my god, that would be amazing if it was. Oh my god, it could be Sabayoth. I mean, that's just me praying and hoping it is. Because if you don't know the Thrawn trilogy, Sabayoth was a clone of the original one, And maybe this is what tying in fucking Thrawn with Sabaoth and... Oh, this would be amazing. Have I just realised it? It could be Sabaoth. I'm hoping it is. But this is Star Wars. This is Disney. So we have to be on our guard. And that's the end of my review. If you like this review, give it a like. If you dislike this review, give it a dislike. And do think about subscribing to my channel if you like my content. Hail the Phantom Menace, long live CG, and fuck SJWs. Bye.